What is going on, guys? Mr. Ladd here with an unfortunate, sorry, so sad video. First of all, before I get into it, I just want to say thank you to all my community, all my subscribers, and the Mr. Ladd family for all your love and support. Guys, the last video I posted, we talked about the last coat. We're doing a giveaway. I'll put a link in the description below as to how to get involved with that giveaway. Guys, take advantage of it. It's free product. So the last coat sent it out to me, and I want to go ahead and put it in your hands. So we'll talk about that later, though. But that being said, guys, I mentioned a couple weeks ago about how I got in an accident and how the vehicle was totaled. Well, today is a very, very sad day. It's an unfortunate day in the Mr. Ladd community because it is the day in which good old Bruce, my Pontiac Aztek, which I only had for 3 months, driving for 3 months, is going to be going bye-bye and is going to unfortunately see his maker and meet his maker. So insurance is coming by today to pick it up. They deemed it totaled, and they're going to pay me a decent chunk for it. So I'm thankful for that. That'll be a decent down payment for another vehicle. We're looking at Toyota Tacoma. But I want to show you guys this wreck, exactly what happened. Now, if you follow me on my Instagram at Million Reflections, my business Instagram, you have seen it already. But if you don't, let me go ahead and show you this. Can I turn this around? If I can turn this around, I cannot turn this around. This stupid phone. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Would you look at it? Guys, this is rough, okay? So as you can see, this is the impact point where they actually smashed into me. And this is part of the destruction that happened. I mean, if you look at that, that is just horrible. I mean, they really did a number there. So what happened is I was driving on I-95 and I was passing an off-ramp, and as I was passing an off-ramp, all of a sudden I just felt a poof in my car, and I just began to spin out on the middle of I-95. I spun out in the middle of rush hour traffic. It was the end of the day, just finished my last appointment. I spun out 3 lanes. Thankfully, I did not hit anyone else, nor did anybody hit me. If that would have happened, one, I could have been seriously injured, but not only, or someone else could have been injured, but not only that though, but the person who was at fault of the accident would have been taken to jail, because that's just how I guess the insurance world works, I don't know. But nevertheless, regardless, I am fine. Everyone who was involved with the accident was okay. Insurance was a pain to go through because they didn't want to pay. They said, well, you know what, make a claim on your insurance and then we'll negotiate. I forgot the word for it, something, I don't know, subsidiary something, I don't know. But they were trying to get me to make a claim on my insurance, and I said, nah, I'm not gonna do it, you know? I mean, I had to go Godfather on them, but you know, they wanted me to make a claim on my insurance. I'm like, why would I do that? And I said, hey, if I make a claim on my insurance, and I was talking to the at-fault driver's insurance company, I said, are they gonna raise my premium? And his response was, I just don't know. I'm like, so if you don't know, if that's going to raise my premium, why on the earth would I do that? So that made no sense, but after pushing and shoving and fighting, eventually they said, you know what, we'll go ahead, let's do it. Here's the value of the vehicle. So they're taking care of me and all that, plus some other expenses as well. So I just want to do a video of goodbye, Bruce. The Heisenberg is leaving the building. Insurance is going to pick her up today, guys, and I had it for 3 months. Man, what a comfortable drive this vehicle was. I love driving Bruce. It was so smooth. He had cruise control. This car had cruise control. That was awesome. Now, if you remember one video when I first got Bruce, I was talking about how I was going to bedline the whole thing and all that. Well, unfortunately, that's not going to happen. But we'll see what happens with the next vehicle I get. I'm looking at Toyota Tacoma right now with the back cab over it. We'll see. You know, that's what we're looking for. So that being said, guys, I do want to say this. When I was raised, my parents taught me that whenever you step behind the wheel of a vehicle, you are not stepping or getting behind the wheel of a vehicle. You now have a weapon in your possession. Because at any given moment, if you treat it the wrong way, you can kill someone. That's how serious they taught me about vehicles. And so I want to say this, and now being in an accident, that was my first accident. Being in one, I now officially understand what they meant by that. They meant that when you are in an accident, or when you're driving a vehicle and an accident happens, I mean, no one purposely plans accidents unless you're trying to do insurance fraud, which you're an idiot if you're trying to do that. But, you know, nobody purposely plans accidents. That's why they're called accidents. But when it happens and you're at fault because of reckless driving, one, you can hurt someone else. You can hurt multiple people. You never know who's in front of you, in back of you, beside you. And if you collide into someone, what if they collide into someone else because of your collision? Be careful, guys. Be careful. These things, they weigh over a ton. That's over 2,000 pounds of metal that is going at high speeds on the road. Guys, you got to be careful while driving, because my take of this is not as someone who got in an accident, but someone who was hit innocently. I did nothing to instigate it. I was just driving and someone collides right in the back of me trying to make the off-ramp. Well, idiot smashed right in the back of me, and now he's unfortunately having to pay for it. So, guys, just be careful out there on the roads. And another life lesson. I like to do life lessons in my videos. Another life lesson. Life is short. Some people live to 90. Some people live to 19. By my house the other day, Wednesday night, last Wednesday, an 18-year-old was killed behind the wheel of a vehicle. Take that into some thought. That brings some perspective into life. Now, he was driving recklessly, smashed right into another vehicle. Now, the person in the other vehicle was completely fine. They weren't harmed. Their vehicle was totaled. Yes, it looked disgusting. But he killed himself driving recklessly. As well as there's 2 passengers in his vehicle that were horribly injured and rushed to the hospital. Guys, be careful. Life is short. Thank God for every moment that you have, because you never know when it can be your last one. So that being said, guys, this might be the end of a chapter. Bruce may be going bye-bye, but it's the beginning of another chapter, guys. I'm over at my mechanic right now, trying to get all the stuff out here. But guys, it's the end of a chapter, but it's the beginning of another chapter. So with that all being said, guys, Mr. Ladd here signing out. We'll see where this ends up. Take care, guys.